Howdy, folks. I'm Jeff.
And I'm John.
And we are the J&J Show on a road trip.
We are. And we're out here. Is this still St. Louis?
Yes, it is.
All right. We're at Associated Equipment.
And we've got the boss herself, Kim Connell, and her brother, Bill.
Hello.
Well, she's the boss. What's your position, Bill?
I'm the Director of Operations.
Oh,
all right. So cool. And so we got this, everybody see, and you've got this catalog that you ship out with every order so they can see all the new, latest, and greatest tools and equipment that y'all have available.
Absolutely.
In fact, we just were out at Vision, and y'all had a booth out there, and the folks out there at Vision, all the top shops, all the top technician, all the shop owners. Tell us a little bit about what that one does.
So our Intellimatic chargers are an automatic charger, but what it does is it will test the battery the first 4 times, or it'll test the battery 4 times in the first 15 minutes to see if it'll take a charge. Smart chargers are a little dumb, though. They need to see about 4 volts to actually see if a battery's there. So all of our Intellimatic battery chargers have a dead battery override on them. That dead battery override puts a surface charge on it, allows the battery charger to start charging and see if that battery will take a charge and is a good battery or not.
And a lot of times that particular charger will knock the sulfate off of those.
That's right.
And go ahead and get a battery to take a charge.
That's right.
We were talking earlier, batteries now are like, you were telling one that was a $400, but you can be in the $200 range real easy every day.
That's right.
I don't sell a battery for $200. Every battery that goes out of my shop, because it's equipment, okay, $250, $400 is common on a battery now.
Yeah. And so you want to make sure that they're maintained, that your shop is charging them. And one of the deals that you mentioned was a lot of the shops now, especially the fleets, are starting to hook that up.
Do battery maintenance when they're doing other products, whether they're doing an oil change or a brake. They'll do battery maintenance at the same time while the vehicle's on the lift. That way they can charge and make sure that the batteries in those fleets are kept up at all times, because battery recovery is a very high warranty item, and if you can recover the battery and make sure that they're maintained, it makes sure that those batteries last longer.
And it saves a little every month.
If you can save just a little bit at a time right there, because these fleet people are paying dearly for these batteries. You can get this Intellimatic put on there and solve a lot of issues. I can see great budgets going down.
Yeah, we did have one fleet that said that they were able to recover about 80% of the failures they thought were going to be bad warranty batteries. They were able to recover those. That's big dollars.
Sweet, that is.
And one of the advantages, or one of the additions that they can have on those is, was it 16-foot cables?
Yes, we do sell 16-foot leads based on feedback from people like yourselves and other shops that said, hey, we need one that's a little bit longer so that when the vehicle's up on the lift that we can charge.
Now, we're on a road trip, and we came out here, and Kim was talking to me, and Bill was talking with John as we were going around. And the first thing is, when we came in Associated Equipment, it was like, wow.
Wow, yes.
How old is this building?
Oh, I think this has been around since the 1900s.
Kim said it was 100 years old, and then, of course, it's been redone and everything. But this is a huge factory.
It's so cool. This place just, I don't know the word, Pisana? You know, that was so cool. I love the tour of this place.
And then there was like so many things we recognized with Associated, because your battery chargers say made in the USA. And we walk back here, and there are folks hand assembling, hand making,
crimping their own lines, building their own coils. It's just amazing. The great Americans out there building American products.
Handmade, because it's like, okay, they're not watching a machine. They're like measuring off those cables. They're winding the windings on those.
They're tightening the nuts by hand. I'm sitting there watching this girl, and I'm looking at her hands. They're bigger than mine. And she's cranking down, baby.
And getting them all hand assembled, all the different components in different stages. And the other thing that just really got to us is when Associated says, hey, we're a family owned and operated equipment. Right here, here's the family. We go back out there.
And there's more family. You know, there's twins back there. There's 2 brothers back there. It's cool.
It's like several that were siblings, and it's like, oh, my gosh, now they're not working beside each other. In fact, at the rounding place, you had the sister here and a few down, the brother, so they couldn't throw things at each other. Right. But they just, and then Kim was asking one of the guys, hey, which ones are these for? And he was just working away like this. And she says, hey, which one is this for? And he's working away. And he wouldn't even turn around and look. He was just like, oh, those are the, 6012s. And,
Figure it out.
and she goes, are these the 6012s? And he's like, you're bothering me. Go away. They're back there taking pride. And then we were just amazed at everything, because it's like when we say assembled, when we say made in America, that's
It's
different
made.
than bringing parts in and assembling them. Y'all back there, the cases, cutting them, putting the powder coating on them, and the other deal is the lettering is not stickers.
Right.
These are screen printed, just like you get the T-shirt screen printed. These are screen printed. They run them through, and we're sitting there watching as they go through, and the guy's putting the ink
You
on
had
it.
to go touch it. That's what was the amazing part.
I
Go
had
touchy,
to-
touchy, touchy.
I was looking at that powder coating because I was like, wow. And folks don't know powder coating is a way of painting. And when it comes out, it's dull. And then it has to go through the ovens
To make it
and
pretty.
the dryers, and it comes out all shiny. And I'm like, oh my gosh, everything they're doing here, they're cutting the cables. You make your own crimped ends.
That's right. Yeah.
Our terminals come from suppliers that we've made all the tools here. So all the tools are basically built here. All of the dies are made here. And so a lot of the product stays in the USA, makes it tough to copy also.
And the other thing is a couple of the items that you have made are made here in the United States by other family-owned companies.
That's right. Absolutely.
And it's like, so she goes, when we're offering a 5-year warranty,
On transformers and rectifiers, that's right. And we very rarely have to go through it. But not only do we have a 5-year warranty, but we have after repair service. So we have people that have 40-year-old chargers, 50-year-old chargers, still come back to have them repaired.
because we went in another room way back around over this side, and it was the repair room, and they were bringing in, and we saw one that had been crushed by, it looked like a forklift or something, and they're like, oh yeah, we just take that. And
It still worked.
Yeah, but it was how many years old? And it's like, yeah, we're going to find that pattern.
It
and
don't
we're
matter
gonna
how
find
old it was. It still worked. We're putting a new face and box on it, put it back together, and here we go.
Right.
That was so neat for us to be able to see that. And then another room has all the parts. And in fact, John's got a box right over there for some parts that he
I got
needed.
the timer for my charger at the shop to put in it, so we'll be in business with a third charger at my shop again.
And I was just so amazed because they're making the chargers, they're boxing them up. And then since they have all the parts, they're boxing some of those up. But when we talk about the length on these cables, so like the regular waterproof, what do y'all call it? Weather resistant.
Yeah, safe in any weather operation is what we call it.
They come with like 6 or 8 foot cables.
Yeah. Yep.
But you had another rack laying there with just all different lengths. So folks can order all that.
Yep. That's right. We make different size cables, and then we make a lot of booster cables also for boosting. We do a lot of that for the industrial groups as well.
And when we talk about chargers, then we talk about a whole lot of other things, getting into maintainers, because we saw some of those back there.
Right. So we do maintainers, power supplies, especially for vehicle reflash. Our products are one of the few products that are approved in the OE programs. We know that quite a few of them are out doing reflash as well. Any of the associated chargers have been approved in those OE programs, and we would definitely recommend that you only use the OE approved products in there.
Well, and one of the comments that she made was some of the dealerships were trying to send warranty work back through the OEs, through the manufacturers, and they said, you're not using an associated charger to charge or maintain these vehicles. They could tell because yours doesn't cause a problem, and some of these other ones were causing problems on the vehicles.
They were blowing out headlights in the vehicles. It was a $1,700 repair, and the OE said, hey, you used the wrong product to do this. We're not going to cover that warranty. So
And we told you which one to use.
that's right. That's right.
And so it was so well worth the trip up here to St. Louis to be able to come. And we come, and of course, it's just a different atmosphere.
It is.
When you come down and you got these old buildings. This one been here 100 years. Y'all had something back there. What would you call that? An overhead crane bridge or something? What was that?
It's like 15-ton crane. Yeah, still works.
And what was it here for?
Predominantly to change the lights, but
No, but y'all said it was from like the 1930s?
Yes, they used it to move cable, big heavy cable reels back when General Cable owned this building originally.
And so this building, they got a lot of history here. We got a lot of history with your family because your father started this or got into it?
We're the third family that's owned the business, and he's been in the business since 1996.
Wow.
And so this is so neat. But when you come in and they say, oh, yeah, we give you a warranty, we honor it, it's like, oh, my gosh, we're seeing stuff here. We're actually doing that. And John had mentioned, well, he keeps an extra one aside because when one gets torn up.
It's on the shelf. It's been on the shelf for over 3 years in the box still.
And it's not because they wear out.
No, it's usually because somebody ran over it,
Drug it out.
dropped it. You know, there's all kind of terrible accidents.
But Kim, we're so thrilled that you invited us, that you let us come by, stop by, take up half your morning, and give us a tour, show us this place. It's such a difference when you see hand put together, made quality products, and Kim's like, we're not worried because we're putting that together. We're making it. We know the quality.
Yeah, we stand behind it, and absolutely, and we really appreciate being a part of the J&J show, having you guys come and visit our facility. We love having people come and see what we do here in the States. A lot of times you don't have an opportunity to see where your products are made and how they're made, and it was really nice for you guys to come in and see that today.
Well, and we like to get involved like that to see what's going on, and y'all keep watching because she's sending us home with some stuff. And so we're going to be unboxing some different ones. And she kept giving me a hard time because I said, John doesn't need that.
I don't need that.
And John's looking through this catalog.
I'm drooling the whole time. Sure wish you hadn't have said that.
Yeah, no. And she's like, well, what else do you want, John? And I'm like, wow. And he's like, oh. So there's instances when chargers or jumpers, what do you call that one that has the battery built in?
It's actually a roller-on jump start.
Yep.
That will work in my shop, but for John's with his fleet, it takes a different
Takes
tool.
2 batteries.
And it takes a
Two
different
Group
piece of
31s.
equipment.
Mhm.
And guess what? Associated had them both. So
Yeah.
one of us is getting one getting the other. Y'all going to have to watch for some of this and see this. This is so exciting. It's so neat. But it just reinforces the phrase, I want the blue one.
I want the blue one. I like that.
That's right. Well, as always, we appreciate y'all watching.